Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Fahad Mirza and I'm going to explain to you one of the theoretical architectural framework which I believe has very far-reaching and overarching implications for AI laws and regulations across the globe. In this video, we are going to have a look at this EU's AI Act, which is a significant step towards responsible AI development, but it lacks a clear technical interpretation. So that is why there is a new framework called as COMPL-AI. COMPL-AI is a comprehensive framework which consists of the first technical interpretation of EU's or European Union's AI Act, translating its broad regulatory requirements into measurable technical requirements with the focus on LLMs. And secondly, it is an open source act centered benchmarking suite based on thorough surveying and implementation of state of the art LLM benchmarks. The problem is that most of the people and companies, and I get a lot of comments whenever I do videos on open source models or even closed source models. People are wondering whether they can download models such as llama 3.2 in Europe, no matter where you are, if you are in European Union. So that is why it is becoming quite restrictive, quite confusing, and people are wondering that it might sort of choke the innovation in that part of the world. But the thing is that this research gives me an idea that the act and the following regulations are not as stifling as people are thinking they are. So in this video, I'm going to discuss this benchmark. Also, heads up, it's a total theoretical video. So if you're looking for some action, some coding and all that stuff, that is not going to happen in that video. I have thousands of other videos where we have done that. So let's get right into it. And before I do that, let me introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are AgentQL. AgentQL is a query language for extracting data from web pages quickly, easily, and at scale. You can use the Python SDK to run your queries in production using Playwright and use the browser-based debugger for optimizing queries in real time on any web page. AgentQL is a robust alternative to fragile XPath and DOM CSS selectors, as it uses the power of AI to analyze the page structure to find the data you are looking for. And I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Okay, so let's go back to our topic of the video. So we are discussing this COMPL AI, which is a groundbreaking framework designed to evaluate LLM compliance with the EU's AI Act. This tool helps ensure AI development aligns with the regulatory requirements. COMPL-AI is an unofficial framework, by the way, created by Latticeflow, which is a startup in Zurich, Switzerland, I believe, and they have worked with some international institutions also, so which are present in Bulgaria and also in Switzerland, I guess. So this framework assesses large language models compliance with AI Act from EU, focusing on five primary categories, which you can see on your screen: technical robustness and safety, privacy and data protection, transparency and interpretability, and fairness and non discrimination, plus social and environmental well being. So, how does it work? Compel AI maps the AI Act requirements to specific benchmarks using established tests and matrices. It evaluates each requirement, rendering an aggregate score. The framework examines aspects like consistency in responses, resistance to adversarial attacks, bias, and environmental impact. And this study, if you go through it, evaluated 12 prominent LLMs, revealing significant variability in performance. While models excelled in privacy and social well being, they struggled with fairness, security, and transparency. For instance, GPT-4 Turbo and Claude 3 Opus from Anthropic achieved the highest aggregate score but faced transparency issues due to undisclosed training data. And I know that that is not a surprise. We already all know that thing. And that is a major criticism on Anthropic and OpenAI. Also, some EU AI Act provisions such as explainability and corrigability are ambiguously defined and difficult to measure, and I agree there. These areas lack benchmarks, highlighting the need for further research and clarity. With increasing AI regulations, developers must ensure that their models comply with laws. That is very important. If you want your LLM to be global, you need to be aware of these acts. COMPL-AI provides a largely automated path to demonstrate compliance, alleviating the burden on developers. And the very reason that it is originating from Europe, where this AI Act is, I think that makes a lot of sense because Compel AI represents a crucial step towards responsible AI development by highlighting shortcomings in existing models and benchmarks. It encourages balanced development and more comprehensive regulation aligned benchmarks. As AI regulation evolves, tools like Compel AI, in my opinion, will play a vital role in ensuring AI systems prioritize transparency, fairness, and social well being. Because I think that not only Europe but the whole world needs regulations. But those regulations have to be simple to follow. They must not stifle innovation, research, and education. And at the same time, they should protect jobs, social well being, and the whole fabric of the society. Very, very keen to hear your thoughts on it, as what exactly your thoughts are, especially if you're in Europe. What do you think about your European Union AI Act? Because that is going to be troubling a lot of organizations and companies. I'm in Australia. Thankfully, it's not there is not much in terms of regulations at the moment here. There have been some initiatives, but thankfully not as much. But I'm hearing a lot of viewers and commentators in Europe that whenever there is a, for example, Llama model or any other model open source, they always get confused whether they can use it for commercial purpose, even if they can download it and install it. So that is where, if you are in Europe, what exactly you are doing, if you are a startup, if you are a company, how exactly you are dealing with these issues, are you clear about this EU AI Act or not? So very, very keen to hear about your thoughts, and especially what do you think about this benchmark? Do you think that it is going to help you out? And not only that, but they have also provided a lot of examples, some of the summaries on their webpage as I'm scrolling through. So seems like a good resource to me if you're just starting out. But if you go through their paper, which you can read on archive, it is very, very well written. I would say it's not that hard and rigid. Also, they have a GitHub repo. Let me also take you there. So you see, this is the GitHub repo which contains the framework and also some of the technical mapping, where you can even install it and run it on your own benchmark data if you are keen on it. So, but I'm not going to do it because you would need to. If you're, this is only for if you're testing this out with all different LLMs like GPT-4 Turbo. But if you're doing it, be aware that API cost will be very high because it is doing a lot of testing. It is all API based. But anyway, seems like a very good resource to me. But as I said, really keen to hear your thoughts on it. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.